What's good, guys? How's it going? All right. It's been a few days since I streamed. Been working on some videos. Quite a bit. Got one probably coming out tomorrow. Going back to the roots of like talking about the best gear sets, get into some beginner videos and whatnot. Let me get this real quick. Boom. Boom. Let me go chat. There we go. Good hometown. What do I think of spellcrafting? So I seen your comment and I looked into it on spellcrafting from Oblivion, and it looks like, because I've never played Oblivion, if I'm being honest. I never got really into it that much. I mainly played Skyrim because I'm a little bit younger, obviously. So I never got into really playing Oblivion much. From what I seen, it looked pretty intricate. But I don't know how ZOS could balance that into this game. You know? That's a lot to balance. It's already finished? I didn't see that. Oh, if you can send me a link, I can look at it and we can watch it on stream. I haven't looked at the QuakeCon version though. I just worry about them adding a new feature like that and just it being hard to balance, you know? That's what I'm worried about. Why do I have 26k health? That is nothing. Is that how much health I normally have? Thought I had more health than that. Damn, I only have 3 slot levels, bro. It freaking sucks being low CP. Holy. Like scraping by with the bottom of the barrel. Guess I'll put some into magic. I have links turned off because of the stupid bots, but maybe I actually could turn the links on since the bots don't, well, you know, the lovely bots that we get sometimes. So I'm going to actually re-enable links if I can. Is it through this or is it through Stream Elements? It may be through Stream Elements, actually. It may be through Stream Elements. Hold on. Chatbot. Spam filters. There we go. I turned off links, or turned back on links. I send it in now. If you could send it in chat, just to like a quick test. Let me finish up my CP. You feel more tanky with Rally than Mars? I don't know. I haven't really played with Mars yet, and we're gonna be making a build with that. Could you send the link again, hometown, in chat? Because I don't think it sent because I had that thing to where it doesn't allow links. It doesn't show up in chat on my end. You've been posting the link? Well, that's just weird. Why isn't it posting on my end? Let's just hold on. Let me try this. Yeah, it's not posting it up here on my end. Well, just can you send it to me on Discord? That'd be easier since it's not posting in stream. All right. It's doing it now. Okay. Yeah, because like I get those dumb, like you know those links that we're talking about. All right, I should cover it. Yeah, just DM me on Discord. What's good, Epic? So we'll get into Mars here in a minute. I'm gonna make a build with it. I just need to get some gear. You remember that spec I was talking about a long time ago? Whenever I was theory crafting my stand blade and I was running to run Mars Balm and Essence Thief. That's the build I'm gonna be going for. With Sea Serpent's Coil. I think that's probably my sweet spot of a build to give me good sustain, good stamina sustain to allow me to kind of focus a little bit more on magic. I don't have enough Essence Thief yet. I haven't played in a hot minute. It's been a few days since I played. But we'll get, when Pink gets on a little bit later, we'll get into farming that. What's it called? From Michael Tower? Yeah, so we need a few more. We got the jewelry. And we got no weapons. So we'll have to get a few pieces. So I'll definitely need dual wield. But, alright. Let's actually check out that, check out the thing real quick. Oh, geez, that's a long video, bro. Holy. Where's it at? It's in there? Okay. Let me pause the music. Gee, this is from 8 years ago? All right, let me go get my food real quick. My DoorDash just got here. I will be right back. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Sorry about that. I am back. So, let's see here. Spellcrafting. Are we echoing, Canned? Or are you saying there's... Oh, echo chamber. Let's see if we can find... Do you have a timestamp for it? I'm echoing? Am I? I am? Unless... No. Okay. All right. I said 1 hour? Because I'm curious, because, like, I don't know... Is this it right here? On this... I guess this is it, huh?
Can only be revealed by people who have the spell and were never seen before this point. And they take you into these ancient classrooms. And they're a little run down because they've been around for a pretty darn long time. But in the middle of them, that too.
All right. Let's see here. Let's make sure this is it.
Hello, friends. I know we all said that, but I just wanted to do that too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about the spellcrafting system.
All right. So I've been, I guess I could maybe make this into a video, honestly. Because it may as well, right? So, what is going on, guys? So, we're going to be checking out spellcrafting, and a few people have linked this to me in stream and been asking me to check this out, kind of react to it. This was posted in the QuakeCon of 2014. So this is a long, long time ago. You're talking about almost 10 years now. And yeah, so we're gonna be reacting to the spellcrafting, gonna be checking out, and because there's been a lot of rumors about this maybe coming back around in this year's update, and I've never really played Oblivion, and I heard a lot of things about spellcrafting in Oblivion, and I don't really know a whole lot about it, so I'm not really an expert, but I definitely want to check it out and see kind of like how they can incorporate it into the game now, if they were to do it currently.
System. My name is Nick Conkle. I'm the lead gameplay designer for ESO. And thank you. Spellcrafting is a system that a lot of people have been asking about for a pretty long time. It was a big favorite of everyone in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And it's safe to say that it's something that's really exciting because it allows so much flexibility and creativity for your builds and your characters. Now, spellcrafting is what it sounds like. You're going to be able to find and combine various effects from spells in the game, some of which will look very familiar, and create new abilities that you can put on your hotbar and permanently have part of your character. And you can have a hotbar full of entirely spellcrafting abilities. You can mix and match them with weapon skills or class skills, but...
So that would be interesting. You guys know, like right now, currently, there's just so few options of, like, especially since hybridization, like, you think in PvP, well, in PvE, there was a lot of more diversity, but in PvP, things really got, like, compressed and compacted to where there's really only one good morph option per skill. Having this spellcrafting would be interesting because this would come back to, if you guys remember, what was it? You guys remember when, like, Crushing Weapon came out and added a new variety to weapons, and you could have that to be used on any kind of weapon. So, like, you can have a bow with Crushing Weapon, you can have a staff with Crushing Weapon, and that's where it kind of produce the, you know, the bow sork and range sork meta and playstyle where you could land the crystal weapon and Crushing Weapon at the same time. I think having the spellcrafting would be interesting if it is balanced enough. to where you could have a variety of skills that you could make them like kind of buff your weapon, for example, to give you some type of different effect, to give like DKs like a flame effect on their skill, on their weapon, like maybe like an Elden Ring. You know how you have those greases that you can put on your weapons? That would be very interesting to give it like an increased, damage over time effect or whatever the case is. I could see like this being really interesting in the game currently. Like, I mean, this would add some more flavor and variety if they add to spellcrafting in. I mean, on the surface and on the ideas and different, like all the different ways your mind can go with spellcrafting, there's endless possibilities.
There's just a lot of flexibility that will be added to the game as a result of it. And pretty much the first thing that everyone says to me when I encounter you guys, wherever it is, in the elevator, or on the taxi, in the airport, is that, yeah, it sounds pretty awesome to go ahead and be able to make whatever ability I want, but the first thing I'm going to do is make a 50-meter AoE stun that does a life drain and basically unbalances the game and will make it completely unfun. And so I'm going to go into a good deal of detail about how this system works and how you'll be able to have a great deal of flexibility in the spells that you make and can be creative in that way, while also being in a bounded system that isn't completely unbalancing to the game. So for starters, I'm going to talk about how the system is introduced. For those of you who've been playing the game, there's a quest line associated with the Mages Guild, and
just kind of like I'm eating, so keep that in mind too.
Part of what you're doing for that quest line is recovering this island refuge that takes place called Eyr0n, and that refuge is a location for mages to go ahead and study and do research and have a greater understanding of magic. And having completed this quest line, you've really unleashed the researching might of the mages in the Tamriel. And one of the first things they discover is these ancient doorways that are hidden throughout the world that belong to some culture that no one's seen before. But what's interesting about them is, in some places, they seem to be intentionally part of these ruins. And in other places, they're kind of scattered about randomly, and that's part of the mystery of them that you'll be uncovering as part of it. What's particularly compelling about it is when these researchers discover the doorways, they seem to have hints about this new way of organizing magic into schools that no one in our time has seen before, but they should look pretty familiar to all you guys. And there'll be a sort of spells, again, that no one has seen before, and a lot of opportunities to discover new types of magic. So
you guys know, like imagine, for example, you could have just a pure ice form spammable, like a ice shard or something of that variation, or a pure fireball that's not like connected to the destruction staff. That's what would be very interesting about it. Is like having like a pure build, like where, you have options between like Force Pulse and like Frost Reach, and that's really your main two spammables on something like a Warden, right? Having this spell crafting would hopefully allow you to have a pure type of ice ability that I would like personally, because I've been advocating for like a pure ice skill for Wardens for a long time. That's not like tied to the destruction staff. That would be in their class skills. And if you think about this, since this is spell crafting, it would be available for all classes. So you could do like ice on a DK. You could do some type of weird like fire and ice build. It could add a lot of variety. That's what would be really cool about it, I think.
Of course, the researchers are super excited about it, and they'll be tasking you to go and find those doorways. And the act of doing that looks something like this. So you chase that little ball of light, it'll go all the way across the world. It'll cross bridges, mountains. It'll go on forever and ever. And it's a little faster than you, so you got to chase it. But it's no big deal if it gets away, because you can just recast it. It costs magicka. And when it eventually finds its end location, you'll see these doorways that can only be revealed by people who have this spell and were never seen before this point. And they take you into these ancient classrooms. And they're a little run down because they've been around for a pretty darn long time. But in the middle of them is these tablets, these rune tablets. And they contain inscriptions in a language that's familiar to those of you who are familiar with the enchanting language from the crafting system. And this tablet, for example, is completely pristine. It's unbroken, but it's not always going to be that easy. You know, these things are going to be worn down, broken, and scattered all throughout the world. And it's part of your job to find the complete inscription.
So basically,
and be able to replicate it yourself so that you can learn the underlying magic beneath it. And that looks a little something like this. This is an interactive UI similar to how lockpicking works, where you're actually just going to go ahead and use the tried and true message of charcoal and paper to recreate this spell and collect it. And like I said, it's not always going to be 3 pieces like that. Sometimes it'll be broken into 2, sometimes 5, and sometimes maybe you'll be lucky enough to come across a pristine one. And it all depends on the spell that you're trying to hunt down. So there's a lot of exploration in the system and a lot of sort of discovery and intrigue. And when you do collect these papers, you would throw them into this portfolio that you're collecting over time. And as you discover different parts of different characters as part of the language, it's going to give you hints about what those spells might be. So this, for example, is Conjure Flame Eyr0n from the Conjuration School.
So Conjure Flame Eyr0n. So you could have like an extra pet. Like you think about like a pet Zork. Like oh, someone did say that, right? Imagine a pet Zork with even more pets. So you got like the Daedric. Well, I mean, even for DK, you could have a pet, right? That would be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I think spellcrafting would be a cool addition, at least from the surface of what it looks like. I mean, balance aside, it looks pretty cool.
And this is Lightning Bolt from the Destruction School. There are many, many spells like this in the game, and they'll of course be familiar spells from previous Elder Scrolls games. And over time, you're going to want to collect many of them, and it will take quite a while because the doors are well hidden, and it should take a good amount of exploration and research. But that's just the first part of the actual spellcrafting system. This just gets you to the door. And what you want to do when you've actually found one of these spells in order to harness that magic yourself is recreate the tablet that you found in these ancient classrooms. And you want to make one for yourself. And the UI for that.
Okay. So it looks like they have base, ultimate, enduring, reduced cost, ritual, and AoE.
It will look something similar to this. This is a temp UI, but it'll give you the basics. So the first thing you do is collect the base effect of the spell, like we've been talking about up to this point, and that's an exploration and research game. But when you actually know one, you can customize it in one of these 6 ways, which we call a focus, and they're similar to morphs. So for example, if you put the AoE morph on Lightning Bolt, you're going to create a chain lightning spell. Or if you put the AoE morph on the Conjure Flame Eyr0n, it's going to run around with a fire aura. Okay. Or you can put the enduring focus on the Flame Eyr0n, and then it'll be a permanent pet, like a sorcerer, that rather than a temporary one. And any ability can be focused in any one of these 6 ways. You can make an ultimate out of any single one of these spells.
An
ultimate.
ultimate.
As much customization as you want to.
Do you hear that?
Rather than a temporary one. And any ability can be focused in any one of these 6 ways. You can make an ultimate out of any single one.
An ultimate. That's interesting. Dude, you know how much variety that would make to the game? Like, imagine for a second you can have like a fireball ultimate that you just sling it. Like, instead of like a I don't know, I guess you can't add AoE and ultimate together. But if you just had just an ultimate fireball, right? That just does a massive amount of single target damage with a dot effect. That would be interesting. Like, or whatever, like a lightning bolt ultimate. I don't know. Just imagine for a second you didn't have to choose between Dawnbreaker or a class ultimate on like a stand build. Like, because that's all there is right now currently, if we're being honest. Like, we're pigeonholed to running Dawnbreaker, Meteor, or a class ultimate. And if your class ultimates really are kind of lackluster, well, you got Dawnbreaker. And Dawnbreaker really, like, especially since the cast times they added to ultimates, really screwed over that one in particular. But I mean, it would be interesting to see them.
As much customization as you want out of that. You can give it a cast time for a bonus effect. You can reduce the cost and make efficient spells. And there's a whole variety of things that you do in that way to customize the effect itself, just beyond what it does by default. And that's the second part. The third part is actually the tablet itself. So you can see the one there is
oh wow,
this kind of stone worn down.
So it's three parts.
Tablet that isn't particularly attractive, but there's plenty of other ones out there in the world: marble, runestone, things that are a little more high-end material. And the higher end material you use to create one of these spells, the more powerful and the more expensive it will be. So there's kind of a trade-off there in terms of what kind of power you're going to get out of the spell and how much you're willing to have it cost. Now this is bounded, so you can't just create a single spell that costs all your magical pool but kills someone in one hit, but there is a good deal of flexibility there in terms of trying to make something that is the right mix of exactly the sorts of spells you want. So there's 3 different avenues of customization for every single spell that you find, of which there are many. It's a hugely open and flexible system. I really have no idea what everyone's going to do when they get their hands on it, but I'm really excited to see how these builds sort of affect the metagame.
So whatever happened to this guy?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that you will probably use this to murder innocents. So. And that's just the first part of the system, which I think up to this point, it's pretty exciting, but it's all been about the crafting of the spell itself. There's a lot of different elements to that about exploration and about deciding exactly what you want. And I certainly expect different sort of spell crafters to be known for the different things they can make, because it is quite a challenge to actually find all the different spells. But the system itself is social. So when you do create that tablet, it isn't just me that can use it. You can trade it.
You can trade it
on the guild store.
Oh, wow.
You can give it to your friend if you have friends that are that nice to you. I certainly don't. And you can do whatever you want for it. And especially, I think, when the system first comes out and a spell is brand new, there'll be some really interesting demand rising from some of the most popular spells that I think everyone will want. But when you do get one of these tablets, if you're lucky enough, you can consume it anywhere in the world. And it looks a little something like this. So that would be learning a lightning spell.
Yo, that was sick. Bro!
And that would be learning an ice spell, both from the destruction tree.
That looks
now,
sick.
Every spell that you can learn from any school will have a unique effect associated with the School of Magic. And at that point, the spell is permanently added to your library of spells. You can cast it, you can put it on your hotbar, you can put it on a backup slot, or you can not use it at all if you want to for whatever reason. And if it's the first spell that you learn from, say, the Destruction School, then you'll actually get that skill line. And in the normal way, if you put this ability on your bar and gain experience and use it, then you'll be advancing your Destruction skill line, which has its own passives with it, so you can become a master of Destruction magic, fire magic, or whatever else you're really interested in doing that, maybe is something that you've really wanted to be able to do in all the Elder Scrolls game. It's a build that, that you've really wished you could make happen, but haven't been able to up to this point. I'm going to go ahead and give you a few more examples of the spells we're creating in this way, just to sort of tease it, but this is certainly not the full set. So that's Oak Flesh from the Alteration School.
Dude! Bro. Why did they scrap this? Why did they scrap this? Man. Imagine how much different ESO would be if we had spellcrafting.
That's pretty cool. Wait for it. That's Muffle from the Illusion School. That'll make you very, very difficult to detect.
Muffle? Bro, Muffle, dude. They got Muffle from the freaking... Okay, I can see how that one could not be usable in like a... I guess in PvE. It could have been too hard to balance.
Conjure Flame.
I remember
That's Muffle from the Illusion School. That'll make you very, very difficult to detect. Conjure Flame, Eyr0n Conjure Familiar.
Yo, dude. That actually looks cool, man.
And that's Ice Cloak.
Ice Cloak? So it's like Frost Cloak, but... like, I guess the Warden got that.
The first two from the Conjuration School and the Ladder from Destruction. So a lot of these spells, of course, are going to be familiar, and there's many, many more that are available for you to unlock. And it's worth noting that every single one that you come across, all of those spells, all can be customized with any of the 6 focuses and with any of the different tablets you can find. So really, you can make a build entirely out of spellcrafting spells. You could mix and match however you want to. You can find Restoration. You can find Destruction. And it should be really exciting to see how that all develops. We really value a whole lot of flexibility and creativity out of a progression system, and I feel like this is really taking it to the next level, unbounded, and keep it open-ended so that we can see what sort of creative things you guys do. So that's all I have for the spellcrafting system. I really appreciate you guys listening. And
all right. So if they come out with that this year, that would be definitely a very, like, performance aside, okay, if you play ESO before 7:30, you're having fun still. Like, if I'm being honest, like, ESO is a fun game to play. The combat is like no other game. And the only issues that it has really is performance issues and some balancing issues. In the vast majority of things that you can quantify, you know. I think people will definitely be excited for this if they do actually come out with this in 2023. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of this, though, has been kind of repurposed into other skills. So it would definitely need some a coat of fresh paint for them to like implement this into the game. Because, you know, with the Frost Cloak looks just like the Ice Cloak on the Warden. And I think a lot of these skills actually just got repurposed into the Destruction Staff skills, or maybe even the Destruction Staff ultimates. And maybe these are already the variations that we were going to have with the spellcrafting and just don't know it. You know, if I'm being honest, that also could be a possibility as well. They just got repurposed into ultimates, into different effects that was already in the spellcrafting, but kind of just got scrapped. I don't know. But I think that this would be definitely an interesting thing to have into the game, to play with and to explore. Definitely some balancing issues regardless. And I mean, I think that if they introduce spellcrafting, it would need to be pushed out in a multi-step process where you have only a few at a time. Because if you release like 20 new skills, could you imagine the difficulty of balancing that in one PTS cycle? That would just be insane. So I think this is cool. I would like to see it on the PTS, and maybe they introduced it on the PTS and we test things, but they don't actually release it into the live version of the game until maybe 6 months later. I know it kind of blue ball a lot of people, but I think that would be the more balanced approach to releasing the spellcrafting, because it would definitely be interesting. But it's gonna, if they do release it, then it would need to have some decent balance. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to share this with you and wanted to show you guys the spellcrafting and give you some of my thoughts on it. It would be cool if they add it, but we'll have to wait to see on what they talk about in 6 days. But that's going to be it for me, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. All right, so there's that video. So I think a lot of those things have been repurposed, if I'm being honest, though. Like the Frost Cloak, we obviously know was the Warden's armor. Yeah, I think that they would do most of the things from the ground up too. Well, I'll check on F's video later. All right, I'm finishing up eating here. And then I'll get into some PvP. My Sork build? I don't know. What was I gonna run? Mars? Mars Masters dual wield? Something like that. Maybe I'm gonna burst your guys' eardrums. Alright. It's old, but go play Oblivion. It's the best Elder Scrolls game in learning to min-max. And that game will give you a better understanding on building ESO. I know it did for you. Yeah, I looked at some of the spellcrafting in Oblivion, and they gave you like movement speed bonuses and whatnot, and you could stack them. Yeah, I've seen that the updated version of Oblivion was like what that guy? What is that guy? He's like a blonde-haired guy. I think it's fan-made though, right? It's not like sponsored by Bethesda. Sky Oblivion. Oh yeah, because it's a mix between Skyrim. You're gonna play it? We'll definitely check it out. All right. You're running Essence Thief, Mars, Black Rose dual wield. Yeah, that sounds like a really good spec. I think that's what I'm looking at on a lot of my builds is Essence and Mars. I have my DK I'm leveling up right now. We'll probably level up here in a little bit. We're going to do some PvP and then we're going to level up with Pink, get some Sky Shards. I think it's kind of like the plan tonight. Oh, maybe I should turn on my PvP add-ons, huh? That makes some sense. What's good, Chocobo? Pink, how's your nails going? When were you wanting to get on? Yeah, it definitely will be, definitely increased popularity of older zones, especially, I mean, so did Mythics, you know, Mythics have to some degree as well, like popularizing old bosses and whatnot. Just because you're trying to get the Mythic. What? I was blocking. I just like the fact that you could like sell spells. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, we're still running Night Mothers. Night Mothers Wretched Balor. Spellcrafting dailies, right? Tell Pink to give you access to her cool house again? She'll have to log on. I don't know if she's in chat right now. She called me just a second ago. Hello.
I just started, so it's gonna be a minute. Go ahead and PvP. I thought you wanted to PvP for a bit.
EXO was wanting you to log on to ESO so he could travel to your house.
Oh, on
console.
Play? Oh, okay. All right. I'll get on.
You may have.
I should give EXO all my mats.
No, don't give me your mats. Just
why?
Well,
on console. I mean,
in case we ever come back, yeah. Just keep them. Just you need to make it to where permissions are granted. I think.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do.
All right. I'll do that. Give me a second.
Hey, we're still. I thought I could have teleported up there. I love good old shadow image, bro. I just think, if I'm being honest, I think a lot of the things just got repurposed into just the basic stuff. You know what I mean? Like it got repurposed from, like, you know, from the spellcrafting to just regular spells that you pick from, to make it less complicated. I really think that a lot of those things were just repurposed. I think it would be what it does though is like if there was more class identity, like I don't know how it wouldn't really increase it. It would actually, because you would go with a certain spec. I could see it like adding certain like elemental identity for sure, but not really class identity, because everybody would have access to those certain spells, right? So if everybody has access to it, that really isn't a specific class. It would just add, you know, whatever kind of complements your build and playstyle sort of thing. That's a pretty fun fight here. No, not really laggy. Werewolves are probably in an okay spot. Nothing crazy by any means. I think they're probably not in such a great spot. He's got the meme plar out. What if we can get back up there? I still can. Oh, let me... Dude, when did they change to where you can't freaking hit a rally mid-jump? Bro, no. No. They had to change that, like, within the past, like, 5 or 6 updates. Why did my music stop? It's annoying. No, not shadow image, just like any skills in general. I know you can't hit shadow. I'm saying like rally or something. Yeah, everybody's still really tanky. It didn't let me rally there midair. Maybe at the start of the fall. You can't be like mid-fall. I tried to press it and didn't let me. Can you press it? So if you jump, right? But it's weird because like you can still do this, but I think it's whenever you fall. Well, that's weird. Why didn't it let me press it? Beats me, bruh. Yeah, see right there. When your arms change to like a free falling animation, you can no longer press it anymore. So like, if your arms are like that, you see how they're like changed a little bit? How it goes like some more when my arms are no longer up, like this. Like I still press it, but you can't press it after that. Where you go down to here. See how well. Damn it. It's not as consistent as it used to be, though. I remember... What really irritates me is, like, the extra front rolling. Like, you'll... Like, you know whenever you... Like, dodge roll off of something, and then you front roll again? So, like, I'll dodge roll off this. Wow. I don't know how to describe it. It only happens in certain circumstances. Like, whenever you dodge roll, you have, like, an extra, like, front roll after you land. Like, if you can't hit any abilities in that time frame, it's really annoying. Yeah, it like freaking cucks you over where you can't hit skills. What are your thoughts on the current PvP meta? I'm wondering if ENA is the same as EU. Everyone's stacking procs at the moment, Zons. Yeah, that's what everybody's doing right now. But I mean, for the most part, everybody's playing pretty much a tank in PvP. I mean, there's a few and far between gankers and whatnot and healers in general. But I would say the vast majority of builds that I see are running probably some variation of Mara's with, you know, some type of dot proxy, yeah. For the most part. I mean, not everybody, but most people. That man's got 40k health. That person's squishy, though. I mean, there's some squishy ones, but they're not really that often. Like, these guys are like freaking... like the 1 in a billion chances of running into a few potatoes. Yeah, that's the problem is if everybody is so tanky, it's gonna adapt into a dot focus build. That's just the reality though. If you can't kill somebody in 2 hits, 2 or 3 hits, then you're gonna have to focus on dots. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, if you can't kill them in 2 or 3 attacks, then dots are the only way you can kill them relatively quickly. Overwhelming surge. What is it with these Templars using execute like all the time at like 70% health? Okay, and that was interesting. Like these Templars be hitting radiant oppression at like 18k. No, not even 18, 19, like 70% health. I know, it's crazy. I don't think disease would ever make a comeback. It's just not, it's not as important. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, man, but it's just not as effective. Like, there's not enough value you get from Defile. You know? It's like, what, 5%? You can easily get that with a heavy attack on a resto staff, right? So it's like... Bring back Oblivion damage? I mean, honestly, Oblivion damage doesn't sound too bad right now. With the way, like, max healths are. I feel bad for that guy, honestly. He hit for 20k spec bow. I wonder if Zos ever looks like 1vx's. Like, do they, like, see, like, oh, what's... Like, do they, like, document, like, a 1vx and see what people are doing? It's like, you'd think that they would be able to do that, wouldn't they? Like, be able to look at the player's perspective? Oh, you would use a Warden Shield. Holy moly. Like, with everybody having like 40k health, Oblivion damage doesn't sound like too bad. Keep sieging, guys. Where's my reinforcements at? There's a 22 keys backbone, dude. God, leave, man. You need to get some end pin or need to get some resistance as one. Holy, man. Earthcore galore. Oh my goodness, those snipes actually hurt. Freaking burst heal? Hello? Goodness gracious, Joe. I'll never understand how that works. I get hit by freaking 10,000 effects in stealth. I know there's a sniper. Bruh. How many of you rat blades are there, man? Like 7 of you guys? Holy. Yeah, there's like 7 guys in here in stealth. My goodness. How did I get stunned? How many res are there, dude? Holy. There's a fat group of reds here. Radiant at full health. What was that, dude? Did I just get teleported through the wall? Holy man. All these guards are pulling me out, yo. Got freaking everything under the sun on me. What the frick, man? There was no animation of that. Dude, how many of you guys are there, bro? Chill, man. Goodness gracious. You got freaking detection bots now? I'm dead. Well, maybe not. Ooh. 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 Freaking. Oh, man. Freaking. Come on now, dude. I can't even come on stealth for 2 seconds. Holy, dude. You guys arguing in chat about something? I'm gonna look at it in a second. Wait, you been zooming me down? You guys been arguing? Yeah. What just stunned me? Jeez Louise, I'm dead. I got snared, dude. Holy hell. Well, I think we aggroed enough. We legit had all of everything over there. All of the reds were still there. Alright. Whenever we have nothing else left to defend, then we'll look at the chat. God, these guys already got a healing word. We'll see your guys' constructive conversation. Well, we're fucked. I think I'll stay here. This little cheeky little hiding spot. He's perched up like a majestic pigeon. Did I say you could get that? No! No, I didn't! Dropped the in-cap on the siege merchant so we can't buy siege. That's toxic. Did I say you could buy siege? No, I didn't. I didn't say you could buy siege. Yeah. We're just chilling inside their own outposts. It's hilarious. $42,000 health necro. Interesting. Where's that? Was that on this one? I was on this one. Cheeky, cheeky. I'm dead. No way I'm... No way I'm surviving the Radiant. Alright, what are you guys arguing about this time? So where does it start?
Hello.
Hey, babe.
Hey. I gave EXO a lot of stuff because I'm not gonna be using it, and
Yeah. Okay.
plus he's
He's a console pleb still.
well, no, he says it's pretty much dead, and well, he doesn't go to open world. He just duels
He's
and
dead?
BGs a lot. But well, I didn't really say it was dead. He just says he doesn't go to open world that much anymore because everybody's gone.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get him to transfer. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I'm just going to keep trying. He said he would consider it, but he doesn't want to start all over again.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't blame him. I don't want to start all over again, but I'm not far along, so I said that we could grind up together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But are you in PvP?
Yeah. Just getting Zerg down.
You're getting Zerg down?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still eating?
Mm-hmm.
No. Maybe you should try to finish eating and then PvP.
Well, I'm PvP for like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still doing my nails, so
That's fine.
it's gonna be a minute
That's fine.
or two. Okay.
Um,
I'll be back.
I love you.
Okay, bye.
Somebody asked about my website. It's therealgodzilla.com. That's my website. Is Mars Balm's broken? Hey, Saul, man, I didn't see you come in. I was getting Zerg down.
Oh, and just before I forget, and you know what he also said? He said that somebody's still impersonating me on console. That's why I couldn't travel to my house, because I was like, EXO, you have permanent permissions to go in my house.
That's
like, I
weird.
specifically added him in there. I know, isn't that weird? Like, that is so weird. I mean, I haven't been on in months, but it's whatever.
So you guys are talking...
EXO does have friends, you just not on console. Everybody's moved to PC. Do what now?
What did this guy say? How did you get up to the D ring? Huh?
The what?
What does that mean? How'd you get up to the D ring?
What is that?
What does that mean, guys?
I don't know. What were you talking about before?
Oh, nothing. This guy's whispered me in game.
Oh, on the game? How do you get... I don't know what the D-ring is. Maybe it's a typo. Yeah, maybe he was on a ledge and he wanted to try to get up there.
I told him I'm Spider-Man.
Anyways, okay, I'll be back.
So you guys are arguing about corrosive? He said, haha, awesome. I mean, is it corrosive is balanced, corrosive is overtuned? I don't know. I feel like corrosive 1v1 is overtuned. Corrosive, when you're using corrosive outnumbered, it doesn't really even matter. And then somebody using corrosive against you when you're outnumbered, that's kind of toxic too. So corrosive is really only a problem in 1v1s and whenever you're getting XV1. Because it's, like, if I'm being honest, if you got 10 people on you, corrosive is not going to save you. Like, it may for like 3 seconds, but all of the damage is still going to hurt regardless, even if it's capped at 3%. So, but I guess it depends on the context. You know. It's good spicy. It's going pretty good, man. Going pretty good. Just chowing down a little bit, PvP and chowing down a little bit, eating and PvP and, you know, doing all the normal stuff. I could see what you're going with that, Caned. Where you're relying on Sea Serpent's Coil and Corrosive to give you your damage. Like if you're playing like a DK and bull defensive sets. But it's only in that window too. And if you see somebody in Corrosive, man, like Mansheen said, if you see somebody in Corrosive, if somebody pops Corrosive in 1v1, and I'm on my Nightblade, I mean, you can call me a Rat Blade, Bits Blade, whatever you want, but I ain't gonna sit in front of somebody in Corrosive armor that has 100% pen. You know? I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and let them hit me with freaking 10, 11, 12k whips. So just 100% pen, but that's only if it's 1v1 or they're the one outnumbering. The only time Corrosive is like semi-decent, like you can actually go offensive with Corrosive, is whenever there's like 3 or 4. Anything more than like 6, 7, or 8, Corrosive does nothing for your survivability other than maybe helps you a little bit. You don't get hit by a 10k end cap or a 10k spec bow, whatever the case is, right? That's the only thing that Corrosive does, is just caps the damage. If you still have that many people on you, hitting you, it's really not going to do anything for you. But if you can hit Corrosive while going offensive, and you have a moment to breathe, I think Corrosive, like especially with something like Plague Break, going on a flag and just blowing up the flag, that's where Corrosive was a problem. Is you could be healing yourself offensively while dealing damage, and it was just enough healing that Corrosive could be taken advantage of the whole time. But if you're like on like something like a Stam DK, maybe a Magic DK may be a little bit different with Corrosive. Like a Stam DK, I don't think you have the opportunity to go offensive in Corrosive to have that insane survivability. But then again, I've not used Corrosive with Maras, so I don't know. Corrosive and Maras sounds like a nasty combo because, okay, you're capping the damage that you can take, simultaneously healing for every negative effect that is removed from you, including dots and whatnot. That's definitely pretty strong from an objective perspective, being able to run Maras with Corrosive to give you full damage. For sure. but it's an ultimate. And it only lasts for for like, what, 10, 11 seconds maybe? I see it could be a problem, but I don't see it as like the end-all be-all problem, you know? But I could definitely see it. I mean, for example, like rallying cry. Like rallying cry is not the end-all be-all problem by any means, but it definitely makes an impact. But I definitely could see how Mars and Corrosive could be pretty nasty. Definitely. This guy following me or something? I'm trying to figure out what this guy's following me for sure. I think I'm gonna use do I have a sigil? I do. Oh, whoops. I keep on moving my mouse. Alright. Let's kite over this way. Thought I procced off balance on him before. Call that a two-tap clap. Two-tap clap. There's a 17 game Versio, bro. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, bro. Call me freaking Nightblade healer, dude. Holy man. That guy has no damage. Alright, where are we going now? It's at the outpost. Your friend is running Asian stranglers? You're running Asian stranglers as a... Holy... Asian stranglers as their mythic... Oh man, that's hilarious. Well, even if we do have wretched, we could sustain with the magic spec bow and the concealed weapon, but it's just easier to sustain it without it for now until I get a little bit more CP. I want to change my build up, probably about 1,000, so you know, a few hundred more CP. Now the golden's today's Thursday. Right? Unless the days change. Last I checked, it was Thursday. But it's just a little bit easier to sustain the magic with without conceal weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna be able to defend. Performance has been alright today. In Blackreach, it's got a decent population right now. See you, bud. Hasta luego, senor. How did I get stunned? Did I get really hit by a soul tether? Really, dude? I got hit by a soul tether from that far away? Bro. I was already mid-fall when I got hit by the tether. Like halfway down the freaking thing. I don't know. I like the conventional Nightblade. I will be right back. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. You have a build video up for your Nightblade? I do. I've had one up for a few months now. It's on my website, it's on my YouTube channel. It's in the stream. Type an exclamation mark STAM and B for the build. I do have this thing there. I just don't use it. What's good, Kirk? How you doing, buddy? I've tried my hardest to get into New World. But I just can't. I enjoy the combat, it's fun, but the grind is too much for me. I did like it, but the grind is way too much. Like, I already have a main MMO right now, it's so hard. It'd be so hard to swap. And just the time investment I have to, like, it's way more than ESO time investment. See, like, I'm already, like, 600 gear score or expertise on everything. I got a semi-decent build, but I go into OPR and it's just muskets, and it just gets, that's frustrating in itself. The amount of gold it costs to make a build, you know, to get all the rolls, to get all the crafting stuff, it's just too much for me personally. I've already gotten all the way up to 600, so it's not like gear score is the problem. And I wasn't fully optimized either, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, Mr. Healy Pants over here. Nice Colossus there, sir. Damn, you're so tanky. 40k health. Somebody ran out of magic. You're late to the discussion. We haven't really even gotten into it yet. We did a reaction video earlier about spellcrafting. But we haven't even gotten into Mars yet, to be honest. It's almost 2 hours into the stream. My stance on Mars is I think it's more of a defensive set than obviously Rallying Cry, which it should be more effective than Rallying Cry at being defensive, which it is. I think the main, like Mars, like the thing is well, Mars, it was stronger, like before. That's the scary part. Because they release this, they release Mars more broken. I should have landed. You think I chase you guys out? That's a nice end cap. Somebody ran out of stamina. That's why you don't dodge too much. I think Mars is definitely... Yeah. And like... So like, Rallying Cry can be backbarred. We have to take that into account. Mars Bomb is typically a double bar set. So we have to make a comparison to a double bar set. And it definitely outperforms something like Pariah or something like Trial by Fire. Like heck, even like... What's that one set when you block, you get healing? Like, is it better than those? You know, those are Battalion Defender and Crest, right? It's better than those. So, I mean, objectively speaking, it gives way more healing potential. Oh, that heavy attack lighting freaking just fucked me up. Oh, cloak. Rip. I didn't get a chance to cloak. Calrians is not viable no more, no. They nerfed it to the ground. Nerfed it to the ground. Without even telling us they were nerfing it to the ground, honestly. That's the thing. They never even said they were nerfing it. Like, it was like a shadow nerf. Yeah, Way of Fire is pretty good. Yeah, that was like Zillowblade like 1.0 with Calrians and Stygian. And then we ascended it with Clever Alchemist and Calrians. With the Mythic setup. And that was just like God tier. And then they nerfed Calrians, and then Order's Wrath came around the corner. Never really had access to Major Breach, so Night Mother's is like 4.0 now. No, yeah, it was Mech Stygian, sorry. Well, Mech Stygian was... no, it was Mech... It was Mech Calrians. That was, what's his name? Jejunum. No, he was the one that gave me the mech spec. He was the one that told me about mech acuity with whirling blades on Standblade. But then I may have put 2 and 2 together about Calrians. Because I think I tried mech Calrians and it was nasty. But it was just a little bit squishy. That may be what it was, too. Yeah, because, like, there was no reason... Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. Because there was no reason to run Calrians because mech was so good for survivability. Bro. How is my detection pot not, like, in range? No. No. You don't get to go through. You better be cloaking or something. I said, would you fuck off? I'm defeating the Covenant, sire. Oh, you can't see it? Oh, I'll just turn off the avatar. I'm defending the Covenant, sire. I cannot. My problem with Mars is I think, I don't know. It's hard to balance Mars. Because you either make it absolutely busted or you make it completely unusable now. Where you have two different effects. I think the most like crazy effect is like get rid of the cleanse. Like this is what probably makes it a little bit overtuned. Having both of these. I think it should be one or the other. Honestly. One or the other, not both. Because, like, both just makes it, like, insane. Because you have healing over time, and then you have a burst heal once every 15 seconds. Buddy's trying to bomb them. What does the heal scale off of? I think it's because I have mending on. It doesn't scale? Okay. Well, that makes it even worse then, to be honest. There's a 21k spec bow. Good fight. What do you do? He has double the CP than me. You see why I say Rallying Cry is so strong? I knew I was gonna get hit by a 20k spec bow. It is not even because of conceal. It's not even because of spec bow. That's not the problem with it. It's all the buffs that it gets with minor power extraction and conceal weapon. Because if I'm running Rallying Cry there, right? I'm not getting hit by a 21k spec bow. I'm not. And that's more of a that's definitely more of a dueling spec because I'm using cloak too. It only helps you so much in a fight. Like the only way I'm gonna be able to kill him there is obviously just running the same exact build. Because it's impossible to burst. It was a good fight though, regardless. But just wait. Wait till Daddy Zilla gets the same CP as everybody else. What do you hit a healing ulti for? Can I cloak? Yeah, I need survival in or the whatever the mitigation CP is too. I don't even have Ironclad or anything like that. That would help. That would help a lot for my tankiness. You guys are running a fat ball group. Probably do some PvE here in a minute. Need to do some leveling up on my DK and get some Sky Shards. I'm gonna run Mars on Nightblade. I'm gonna try spec with it. It's gonna be Essence Thief Mars. And then you could dual wield Essence Thief. Nah, I'm not gonna do BGs. Probably just gonna do some PvE. Maybe farm some gear or whatever. Do dailies. Something of that variation. Oh man. I don't have access to my shade. I can't get back in. Rip. I was mid-roll dodge. CC broken and rolled. I guess GG's. I literally CC broke and was rolling and got hit with it. Oh, he hit me with a 21k just a minute ago too. And that was with in-cap scaling, so that wasn't a crit. Because I got hit with a 21k, that was a crit. At least I don't think that one was. Was it a crit? Should tell me, right? Does this not work now? Seriously? See if this fixes it now. I'm trying to see if it was a crit or not. It may have been, but I mean, it's either gonna be him bursting me or me bursting him. It's one of the two. But he's running a rallying cry, so it's a lot more difficult. Like critical damage reduced by 25% off the top. It is. It definitely is really fun. I wouldn't mind fighting him again. But how much health does he have? 32? 33? 33, yeah. He still dodged that? No way. No way, bro. There's some jank going on, man. I'm telling you. I'm getting hit by stuff mid-roll. See, I'm hitting my heels and it's not going off. Good fight, dude. 15k bow. Yeah, not much I can really do. Whenever I'm dying before I can even press the buttons. Like two times there. Good fight. It's not desync, it's some weird like lag jank is all it is. Cause like I don't know how to, cause it's not like I'm lagging, like my abilities aren't working, but I'm getting hit by attacks mid-roll, or I'm getting hit before I just let you know when a 9-blade end cap you break and dodge right away and bow will miss then. It did roll. I don't know what it is, because like I was mid-roll. Like when the first time he hit me, I was a CC broke and roll dodge. Oh, I dot DK. Oh, there's a nice 4K. Nice 4K spec bow. Yeah, did you see that power lash, bro? Did you see that power lash? Yeah, there's something going on with some lag or something. Because, like, I was a mile away from a Molten Whip proc. Power Lash proc or whatever. I just think there's something going on with the connection. Because I'd never get hit by that stuff that far away. Never. I think it's time for some PvE. Black Reach starting to die down a little bit. I think we go to what's it called? IC and then change the PvE spec. Pink, are you there? There's BTS. I just can't wait till we're more competitive with CP and gear. I mean, we got pretty much everything best in class except for the monsters that are on this right now. These trait-wise, but it doesn't make a difference. Alright, so we got this spec'd out. Add-ons, PvE. Can you show us your Stam Nightblade? I have a just logged off of it actually. I guess I can show it to you real quick, but I have a build video on it that goes in depth, like really in depth. But we're just using Nine Mother's Gaze and Wretched Vitality. That's the build. And I have a build video on my channel and also on my website at therealguyzilla.com too. Alright. Did these settings not change? Save? They didn't, did they? Don't I save those add-on settings? What are the dailies today? I'll probably do the dailies on my Nightblade and my PK. Pink, do you want to join me for the dailies? Or are you still... You were nickel 20 minutes ago and try to bomb me? Ah. Yeah, it's typically hard to bomb a solo player. If you're playing solo, it's a lot more difficult. Bless Crucible, Wayrest, and Bangway. Decon. Actually, let's get my. No, I think I have the skill points on that. Mara's Balm purple necklace isn't too shabby, honestly. I will take that. So what is it? Blessed Crucible and Wayrest. Did you want to join me, babe, or no? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna queue. Blessed Crucible. Wayrest 1. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Well, I could use DPS, whatever. It don't matter to me. Seems like I can get an easier queue though. With just solo, because it's weird. We did a 3-man queue, remember? The other day, Chrome? And didn't get a queue ever. I thought it was like, was it late? What's my website? TheRealGodzilla.com. This boss takes forever. Jeez. I need my chest passive. What do I think the best class? I have a tier list video that I go over that on my channel as well. I would say like Nightblade and Warden are probably one of the best classes right now. How much is my DPS? I'm curious. 24k DPS? Is that it? I'm garbage then, huh? Or is that like the whole time? Maybe that's the whole time. Well, I'm not really necessarily a tank. I'm a DPS, but... I think I just ran into the boss then, huh? There we go. No, we're just doing the dailies. No, we're just doing the basic dailies. What was my DPS? So what's my, is this my DPS right here? There's no way. That was my damage for a second? Bro. I don't know about all that. I had 12k on the boss. Oh, okay, I see now. I see now. Well, I guess freaking tanking that thing isn't like easy either on a freaking mag blade. I feel like that is garbage damage. What's the other one? Plus Crucible? What's good, the guy? How you doing, man? I need to put on coil, don't I? You know, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna put on coil for my PvE build. Take out my Battle Wars. I'm gonna take it off. I don't need it. I feel like it's just like a waste, especially in PvE, which is what I had at a certain time. Have I morphed that? I don't think I have. Inner Fire? Did that morphed? What's good? Welcome in. How did I get stunned? I remember when Pink used to get stoned by this boss. What was that thing, Vay, that we used to talk about? What was it? Smash you to bits? Is that what he says? On that boss? Guess she's still doing her nails. I think it's like 5%. They changed it. I like the magic morph one, though, for the most part. It's been a few days since I streamed. Been focusing on some videos and whatnot. Yeah, smash you to bits, that's what that boss says. Yeah, it used to be 20%, and it used to be active against players, like maybe 10%. And it used to work against players, so you could like get some like massive damage. Like I'm talking, I used to use it in duels like as a troll. People were like, what are you using Undaunted freaking skill for? But people didn't know that you could like get some massive damage boost with it. Why does it keep on saying my stream almost bond is running? It's annoying. I think I'm gonna change that to coil. And then run like a run Mother Sorrow on the shoulders. I think the only really vet trials I've really gotten into were like the Eyr0n ones. I think I did all the hard modes on just the Eyr0ns. I didn't really get into the, any of the newer ones, I don't think. What's good, Go Chris? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, V-Mole. I never got that skin. I mean, we may get into soon some of that stuff, but nothing crazy. I smashed you the other night in Grey Host. I'm sorry about that. The twins? Those are a pretty fun fight. Hey, V-Mole, I had to prog it a couple months ago, and people could not understand the final boss mechanics. That sucks. I never got it on PC, or never got the V-Mole skin, but I feel like I could have done it on console. I was pretty well established tank. I really enjoy tanking. Tanking's like, it's like the unsung hero of PvE. Like, if the tank does everything right, then everything goes smoothly. But if the tank does something wrong, shit hits the fan real quick. For sure. Okay, I'm blocking. I was trying to squeeze out some more damage, but couldn't. Let's go, GG's. What's good, Ken DPS? How you doing, man? So you think I could backbar Mars and Magic DK? I wouldn't, but you can, I guess. But I wouldn't. I think the healing over time is too valuable. Let's go. We're in down to 9 now, boys. Let's go, bro. Let's go. I feel like it takes a lot less time than it used to. Getting to Undante 9. Like, I remember doing dungeons for like days. And days. Dailies every day for like 3 weeks and still didn't get it. Yeah, we gotta do some PvE, bro. Gotta get some gear. I know it's a new world. What's up, Rando? How's it going, man? We are doing dailies right now. We just finished them on my Nightblade. Oh, that's right. I was gonna do that glyph, wasn't I? Just gonna buy a spell damage real quick. We're doing dailies. I'm gonna do them on my DK here in a second. I may actually do like a Vanishing Hollows or something. Also. I need... Honestly, I probably should change that to like infused. Let me go back. Just buy a spell damage glyph real quick. What is that called? Magical harm. $4.5. Shoot, I just may as well just level up my enchanting real quick. What's good, Deucer? May as well just level up my enchanting if I can. Just to get it to 50. What's my recipe improvement? 9? Does that give me that much XP? Well then. That gave me nothing. Alright then, I guess deconning is the only way to get some XP then. I'll be right back, hold on a second. Gotta take a dookie. All right. I'm just gonna buy one of those glyphs. So I need to buy Mother's Sorrow shoulder.
Something I can
320K. What frick, man? Thank you, sir. I wouldn't mind having payload or two. I need to get that mythic as well. Where do we go? We go with Bloodthirsty, I think, for this then, huh? Bloodthirsty sounds like it's better for PvE anyways. There we go. Nice. And we got a little bit more damage. All right. So I guess we can decon some gear, then save this build. I figured it was Bloodthirsty. I mean, we're still missing out on passives too, guys. I just realized that. Just for my crafting. But let's swap to our tank. Do those dailies. And then if Pink is free, then we'll do some Skyshard hunting for a bit. And then probably hop off. It's getting pretty late, so we probably just do dailies. Maybe do a zone and then hop off for the night. I don't want to stream for like 7 hours again. Whenever I do those longer streams, it definitely takes a toll on you after a while. Or does anybody want a DPS? I doubt I'll have any problems getting a group, but especially tanking now. Plague Doctor, Torx Fact.
You got it. You have mine.
You'll never get past us.
I need aid!
Nice. What's up, Cobra? How you doing, buddy?
Can't allow you to fuck about in here. Know that it was for Eyr0n who ended your life.
Pull everything. My blade is so broken, I sometimes hit people with 30k spec bows. Jeez. I've seen 25s. I'm not seeing a 30k one yet on my screen. I'm not seeing anything above like 25, 26. Honestly.
More shallow grip.
Looks like we'll make a wrong turn. There will be no place for rabble like you in the Pellinger's rule way rest. You peasants were simply outclassed. There will be no place for rabble like you in the Pellinger's rule way rest.
What's Crucible time?
Our investment.
Almost missed that quest for a skill point.
Trust me. Are you ready? Good.
Undaunted 6, not too shabby.
Beat with a crucible, eh?
Let's feed him to the Durzog.
Get boys. Open the gates.
I smash you to bits. Whew. My team pulling 26. Oof.
Over here.
I could pull like 15 on my tank. DPS tanking.
Disappear from the cold wastes. Are they worthy enough to face the pack? Let the games begin. As if there's some fight in our challenges after all. Take them down.
I would say I would agree with that, Cope, but there's a lot of stuns on Warden. Like more than DK.
I said, let's see how these soft skins fare against a real challenge. To arms. We don't abide cheaters in the blessed crucible. You're going to pay for that.
That's what leads me to believe that Max doesn't know what they're talking about sometimes, man. You know? What's good, Patron? How you doing, buddy? We are at 689. Is this gonna know we skip through a boss? I guess that boss doesn't matter.
We don't abide cheaters in the crucible. Double clap for the team that brings me the hit. Let the play begin!
Help! They mean to feed me to their beasts.
Now this is a scuffed run. See you, Ned. Have a good night, buddy. Hopefully you have fun in PvP, man. I will be hopping off here in a minute after we do this dungeon.
Dunmer will never again know the wonders of Morrowind.
Does man have no soul gems left?
I've tamed the most exotic and dangerous beasts from the dark forest of Arty F to test these challenges. The first monstrosities presented for your entertainment come from the ashlands of Morrowind. These creatures laid waste to an
What do you mean, Craglorn? The, what part?
my great honor to present.
Talk about the grinding spot?
I call them incineration eaters.
Mars Balm is a new gear set that the ZeniMax came out with. Guess our healer is AFK. Guess our healer's just like taking a drink real quick or something.
Prepare yourselves, combatants. Pray to your gods and make your peace.
Get me out of here!
Hmm.
From the volcanic island of Vardenfell, a creature of fury knows no mercy. Vicious,
Die!
What is wrong with our healer, yo? He's like sits there and plays for like a minute and then like stops halfway through. It's like his controller die or something. He probably misclicked. I mean, we're showing it 29k group DPS. So. I wouldn't say we're top end. Oh, did you? Those are always nice to go into. All their damage is freaking rough. Oh boy. It's gonna be a miracle to get this one done. Yo, dude, I'm barely paying attention half the time. We're running scuffed. Yeah, I'll be surprised if we get this done, honestly. Our DPS is shown at 20k. Group. I was really blocking. We're getting them down. It's taking a little while. I guess no death is out the window, huh? Holy bro.
Well played indeed.
I didn't turn on my quest, did I? Fuck. Okay, I'm out. Peace. Thought that was never gonna end, dude.
The city.
What shoulder was I wanting? I was wanting Bloodspawn, wasn't it? Oh, dang it, dude. I need some freaking need some Bloodspawn shoulders, man. Alright guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for me for today. What did we get to? Undaunted 7, not too shabby, not too shabby. We'll take that. Take that, nice. Yeah, I need some Bloodspawn shoulders. I need some better shoulders. Honestly, like I only have one monster set, I think, complete right now. I got a decent head trait on Bloodspawn for, well, I got M-Pen heavy, which is always decent, and I got medium sturdy, which isn't too shabby. But my only Bloodspawn I have is medium infused. It's kind of meh. But alright guys, well, that's gonna wrap it up for me. I should have my video up tomorrow going over the top 10 light armor sets. I'm gonna go back to basics and kind of go back to like a little bit of teaching stuff about the game in general. Talk about, you know, just like the best gear sets to run. Maybe do like a Nightblade guide, like a how to PvP like a Nightblade, like how to actually improve, something like that. But all right, guys, I will catch you guys later, and probably stream early tomorrow, and then do the vendor, then hop off. So I'll probably maybe start streaming about 2-3 o'clock, and then PvP up until the vendor, and then probably hop off. Maybe do a dungeon after the vendor or something like that. But all right, guys, well, that's gonna wrap it up for me, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.